dispute may be brewing between the South African Petroleum Industry Association and the Transnet National Ports Authority, which could have massive implications for the Nelson Mandela Bay region. This is in the Eastern Cape, after the Ports Authority announced that it will discontinue the development of the liquid fuels bulk facility at the port of Ngqura in Gqeberha, because it's now going to support the Gqeberha Development Corporation in its construction of a liquid fuels bulk facility at the Gqeberha Special Economic Zone. Let's talk more about this then and speak with the Executive Director of the South African Petroleum Industry Association, Abafani Chipuraro. Mr. Chipuraro, very good afternoon to you. Grateful for your time on this Friday. So, as I understand it, you would have to move, if all of this goes according to what we're reading, to move out of where you are currently by April next year. Is that a realistic target? Would you be able to do it?
The answer is no. The target is not realistic. Let's just start by saying that, we are not opposed to the plan to relocate the facility from where it is in the Don Pedro complex, in the port of Ngqura in Gqeberha. So our concern is that, we have learned about this formal announcement through the media on the 9th of September, that indeed we need to vacate this place by the end of April 2022. We believe that the announcement is contrary to the long-standing agreements that our members have with TNPA, which make a provision that, we will only be able to move out of those facilities in Don Pedro complex once the new facility, which they've now announced that they are no longer going to be pursuing, is ready. But they are now backing up the facility that is to be developed by the CTC. So our understanding is that, the realistic timeline is for us to move from Don Pedro complex is only when the new facility is available. The timeline that has been provided now is unrealistic.
And you have said that you learned about these plans by the Port Authority through media reports. Subsequent to that, has there been any direct engagement between yourselves and the authority?
Yeah, so we have written a letter to the Ports Authority asking for formal confirmation of this proposed move by sometimes in 2022. We never received any response to that. But post the media statement of the 9th of September, some of our members that have got agreement with TNPA have been notified by a letter of the move by the end of April in 2022. But not all the members of SAPIA who have got agreements with TNPA has been formally informed. So we have not heard from TNPA since the 9th of September when they announced. They have not responded to our letter seeking confirmation of this move.
So to be clear then, given the way things are rolling at this point, is what is happening and what we understand is the ultimate goal, which is to move you from one area to the next, as you say, with no consultation at this point, would that be a breach of any formal agreement, a breach of contract?
As far as we understand and advised, by the lawyers, yes. The current ultimatum for us to move from the Don Pedro complex to wherever that we can find a space, it is contrary to the long-standing agreements that SAPIA members have with the TNPA.
What about impact then on fuel supply in the Nelson Mandela region and possibly other parts of the country, because you're also worried about what this would mean about the resourcing of your fuel supply areas as far as staffing?
Yeah. So all the areas that depend on Don Pedro complex, the whole of Nelson Mandela Bay region, and some areas in Transnet, they depend on this facility. It means, therefore, they will now have to be supplied from elsewhere. It means the cost of supplying this area is going to increase, drastically. Our estimation is that, it will be an average increase of something like 45 cents per liter. That, the consumers and the business in these areas, they will have to carry.
And ultimately, when you say consumers will have to carry, will it be limited to the Eastern Cape and Nelson Mandela region, or could it be a national cost that we all have to carry?
No, this is confined to the areas that are currently supplied from this Don Pedro complex in Gqeberha. So those are the people who will have to carry this cost, because now they will be supplied from outlying areas as far as East London. So that make the distance of supplying all those businesses and garages in the Nelson Mandela Bay area or region, it makes it, more expensive to bring product from other outlying areas.
Okay.
So they will have to carry the cost because it will be translated into higher fuel prices.
Alapani Shifularo, good to speak to you, sir. Thank you for your time on this Friday.
Thank you.